Hey, 9 to 5ers, let's talk about massive action. It's Saturday, so you're probably relaxing. You had a long week of work. You just need to take a break. But what can you really do with your Saturday to get you ahead? Watching sports or anything like that. That's not going to really get you to where you want to go. I'd get. Maybe you can prove me wrong, but I'd bet that you really can't get ahead by sitting around and watching sports all day. But then again, what does it really mean to take massive action? I didn't really have a good way to describe that, so I Googled it, and here's what it says when it comes up. It says, taking massive action means making your goal or the act of accomplishing that goal your duty, obligation, and responsibility. It means taking full ownership of your problems, mistakes, and failures and doing all you possibly can to rectify them. Man, I couldn't have said it better myself. That's perfect. So, what is the path to doing that though? So, first you need that preferred life to really tell you what it is that you want to do with your life that you need to even be able to take massive action towards. And when you do that, that's kind of like that combination of all your goals. It becomes something bigger than yourself, and it starts to pull you towards that thing that you want to do. That massive action just becomes really easy. You're fulfilled by it. You're lit up, and you're ready to go do it. You're ready to take that massive action because you see what it is that you're after, and you just won't have it any other way. But let's talk about the other side of this, though. Besides just taking that as our duty, obligation, responsibility of let's go do it, burn all the bridges, let's get it done, is the ownership. Taking ownership of your problems, mistakes, and failures. Don't just brag about the good things that happened. Fess up to what went wrong. What was it that you actually did? And I'm not saying just fess up and fall on the sword just for sake of saying, oh, woe is me that something bad happened to me. Take the time and analyze what went wrong and fix the problem. And when you fix that problem, don't let the problem happen again. Do not make the same mistake twice. I'll tell you, Joe and I were working on some stuff that we're like, man, this isn't going so well. And it was one of those things that we had to go through multiple iterations to see that it wasn't working. But once we realized it, like, okay, now we're correcting the problem, getting it done, and things are going to be better here on out. We're not going to make the same mistake twice. So, for this whole massive action thing, I want to give you a few tips here. First, fill out your calendar. Get that calendar full. I'm not saying to be working all the time, but really define the times that you're going to take rest too. Like, all right, 5:30 to 6 tonight, I'm going to sit down and rest for a few minutes before I dive into whatever the next thing is on my calendar. Define the uptime and the downtime. Just have something defined for every minute of your day. It won't always be perfect, but tip number 2, stick to that calendar. Yeah, you can make that calendar, but it's not going to do you any good if you're not listening to what you told yourself you're going to do. Have some integrity with what you're doing. Tip number 3, get some accountability. You don't have to join an accountability group necessarily to get this done either. That is a very good way to get accountability. But just tell your friends, tell your family, like, hey, I'm going to go do this big, wild, crazy thing. And like get them to hold you accountable to it. But even better, just get your friends, like, hey man, what are you working on? Hey, I'm gonna go get in better shape, or I'm gonna go build a company, whatever it is, and just talk to them every day, every week, and check in on each other, see where you're going, and set some rewards and punishments for yourself along the way. It'll take you a long ways if you can really get some good accountability going with that. So there you have it. If you haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe. We'd love to hear what you think. Thanks.